Hey people, Ingrid here, 3v3, SDR Province, blue team. Captain Proton is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control alongside Wolfguard's Mekboy, teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat, puts out some good damage with a bunch of orky gadgets. Rounding off the blue team, WarpedSentinel with a Lord General fighting in ranged combat, begins with a retinue of stormtroopers, really strong defense and support, can add to the retinue and has a magnificent moustache. It's basically overpowered over there. Red team is all Space Marines with 2 Techmarines. We got Pedro and we have Katla coming back after a long absence, I think. These guys start off with a bolt gun, put out some good damage with some support from structures and stuff, can also repair. And Desked rounds off the teams with a Force Commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. Has this weird blacked out Dark Angel scheme, which is not what it's meant to look like. It doesn't look like that normally, but you can make it look weird. And that's apparently what Desked likes to do. Angry Bird used to do that all the time. Katla's Techmarine gets tied up. I think it's going to go down here, yep. And they lost a scout as well. I think she's down. Not the best start, but we'll forgive them for being rusty. Even rustier than me. I think she said she hasn't played for like a year and a half or something. It's even longer than I haven't played for. Techmarine of Pedro doing some decent damage here. Heretics should not approach this. They can't help themselves. In they go. Getting shot up. They're going to have to Doom Blast and run, I guess. There's a Doom Blast. Oh, Doom Blast and poke with swords. And then run. And then die. Oh, they should have stayed there and killed them. Bit of a misplay from Pedro, but at least I didn't drop any models. Force Commander getting a revive while he shoots his bolt pistol, and these are Katla's Tactical Marines with Blood Ravens going on here. Techmarine's back to his feet. Can look for some cover and then shoot the bolt gun. We have listed the indicator there, but I'm pretty sure that light is, yeah, light cover. There we go. 496 to 436 on the VPs. The scouts with a sergeant looking for a grenade, maybe on the approaching sluggers. There it is. It's nicely put. Sluggers somehow have 5 models here on retreat. I don't think they could have stayed in combat long, even if they did avoid the grenade. East side, it's all quiet on the eastern front. We have a Sentinel, probably decapped the wreck point. It's very proud of itself. Scouts think again about approaching, which is fair enough. Desked, robed, blacked out Tactical Marines are here. Did the Force Commander just retreat after they revived? I guess they did. They're coming out. They didn't drop their power. No reason to rush forward. Attacks getting caught. Lots of DACA on their faces. Lots of people ask if I still play the game, or why don't I post my own games. The answer is I always want to play the game, but it turns out I never do. I haven't played for at least 6 months, I think. I don't think I've played a match in 2022, and we're like halfway through June, which is crazy. The thing is, when you're spending 2 to 5 hours casting games, and then spending, I mean that's not every day, but most days, and then spending multiple hours editing and rendering and then uploading these massive 4K videos, it's like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and at that point I basically just don't want to be near my PC anymore. So I don't really play much games at all other than games that I record. And of course I am recording some other series right now, other games and stuff that I like to play, which has taken up some time. I'm not saying that there's no time to play Dawn of War 2, obviously there is, but it can get like too much Dawn of War 2 in my brain. But I really would like to stop that and get some more games in, because it's an awesome game. I mean, if I'm going to play anything in my non-recording time, if in my off time, it should be Dawn of War 2, surely. And that would give me some more replays, some more content. I also want to, you know, get some faction wars organized like I used to do many years ago. Thankfully, there's some awesome players out there, like the Tenso, that tried to get me some faction war lobbies and some games and stuff, which is very difficult. Probably takes him all day, and he's lucky to probably get a game out of all those that he can actually send me. I remember what it was like, which is why back in the day I'm talking like 2014, 2015. I used to just record all of the faction wars and put them in a little series and stuff, but it's probably better to cherry pick them. Although, I mean, you guys tell me, would you like to see just a series of 3 games, like best of 3, just played straight, and if they last 5 minutes, they last 5 minutes, which often happens in Dawn of War 2. Someone gets wiped and their power gets bashed and it's like, oh, this is start again. These aren't ranked games or anything, so people would just rather start again most of the time, which can make it tough to get replays. While I'm rambling here, blue team have a 2-to-1 cap, but not for long, because Katla's come to assist the west side. They're going to take it back the red team. Meanwhile, red Space Marines on the east side are getting chucked all over the place by Catachans. Assault squad is up for desk, and then they ran away. They've got some more tactical marines as well. Was it from a drop pod? Can we find a drop pod somewhere? I don't think they show up on the map, do they? I don't think so. Scouts with a sergeant. Sentinel taking some damage, of course. Needs to be careful with double attacks around. That means double Kraken bolts and potential battlecry buffs and that kind of thing. And for the Emperor even. And of course plasma in tier 2. Yeah, Sentinels don't like tactical marines very much. Mekboy having to flee. Red team stabilizing a bit on the west side. Look at the amount of dead heretics over there. Have they survived? Oh, we have to get some more heretics, look. With an aspiring champion. I wish we had a Demon Prince unit in this game, please. Just give Chaos 3 super units to choose from, please. And make it like Dawn of War 1, where you had to sacrifice a unit. An aspiring champion, maybe even. I think they do have a model for one. It's just a case of, can we make it, you know, have a role that other units don't feel. I think at this point, though, pretty much all of the factions have pretty much all of the roles filled pretty hard. And now it's about giving alternatives, you know, different synergies, different ways to play, different builds. I mean, it used to be, of course, in retail, that Chaos did not have Raptors, so it was pretty much always the case that you'd go for a setup team against them, because they had heretics with their grenade launchers. They did, of course, have some hero stuff to get around it as well, but that was pretty much the go-to. And the same thing against Imperial Guard. They didn't have artillery spotters. They still had Catachans and stuff, but typically the way was to get a setup team against Imperial Guard and against Chaos. I mean, Chaos could really punish that in tier 2, of course, with their bloodletters, but Imperial Guard couldn't quite as much. I mean, they had manticores and stuff, but those holes have been filled. Got really well fleshed out factions now, but I think adding alternatives would still be very cool. Different ways of solving problems. Sentinel missile launcher seemed to completely miss there. Now it's completely missed again. I don't know why it missed the first time, because they weren't moving, they just landed there. Maybe it was aiming at the Force Commander and the Force Commander was running. The Force Commander does have Artificer armor. The Assault Squad jumping into the back lines. Guardsmen don't like it. They're getting the plasma guns going. There's a decent shot. Flame attacks and bolt attacks on the power. Means it's not going to last long. Desk here just creating some space to get the power batch done, but gets a bit too close to base. We do have the sniper rifle Lord General with fire on my target, giving increased range, which is pretty good for the Catachans actually. You can shoot their shotguns and their melter gun from further away. And it can make Assault Kit Stormtroopers have insane range, as long as you have vision, of course. Can't shoot stuff they can't see. Battle Crying Force Commander, buffing on those special attacks, all surrounding allied units, or allied infantry that is. Couldn't quite get a full bash, but did some good work. Only dropped one tack. Did they drop an assault squad, fella? I don't think they did. Have their sergeant now over there. Back towards the mid. Stone Guard veterans with Hellfire rounds, damage over time versus heroes, and light infantry, such as that Mekboy there, who needs to back the hell off. We have a melee Techmarine now for Katla, Axe of the Mechanicum, Bionics, and Refractor Field. Some people have mentioned that it should be called Axe of the Mechanicus, or something like that, because Mechanicum suggests the Dark Mechanicum, which are naughty, naughty Mechanicus fellas. Look how bad this font is, by the way. Look how similar the E and the C look on Mechanicum there. It's almost impossible to tell them apart. It's ridiculous. Why did they choose this font? I've got a big hold up about fonts in games. I used to have to do that stuff for a living. Fonts and the like. 411 to 277. 2-1 cap for the blue team. Tier 3 for Desked apparently. And there's that Techmarine plasma gun going for Pedro. Got Signum armor as well from Mark Target. And now a Razorback. Stormboy's jumping in. They got the Knob Leader with the heavy melee as well. The Stern Guard have jumped in. Or rather just Tactical Marines is it. With a Sergeant. You can see the standard popping out the top there. Because Relic, in their infinite wisdom, they just like smush all of the units in a big pile inside the model. I don't know if that's the standard thing to do in a video game, in like an RTS, where you're putting stuff inside of a transport, but it seems weird. It seems weird. Plasma Gun Guardsmen with a Commissar and their Sergeant can trade actually quite well with Tactical Marines. I mean, they're going to drop models, but their models are worth far less than the Marine. And they're reinforced 3 at a time. No Chimera. Definitely see way less Chimeras now for Imperial Guard. Hoping to see some more Primaris Psyker. I still feel like I haven't seen the best of that guy in a 3v3, you know? Sometimes we see him out throwing his weird Psyker lightning and stuff. I don't think I've yet seen telekinetic dome used at all with like Ogrins and stuff. Looking forward to that. I think it gives a melee damage resistance and some melee skill or something maybe. I can't even remember what it does. Revive there for Pedro, gets level 4. The melee Techmarine of Katla gets up, starts swinging immediately. Now goes after some Plague Marines who have to retreat. And they're going to get the Razorback, down it goes. Stormboys basically looked at it really hard and it died there. Got the Medical Sergeant in for WarpedSentinel. Can hand out medical packs to Stormboys, for instance, who need them. There's a jump trying to finish off this Techmarine. Can they get it done? They can. Going to get easily revived from there, but it gives the Stormboys a chunk of XP at least. Vanguard veterans on the field now for Dest. Good grenade on retreat as well. From Desk Scouts, got a they got the Knob Leader off those Stormboys there, I think. That shot wasn't up to much, but they were retreating anyway. Lord the General taking the west side. Aren't you the east side player? Pretty sure you are. Helping out. Big fight in the mid. We have a Terminator Force Commander now for Desk. So he no longer has a level, but he's got a Power Fist and a Stormbolter and a Teleporter, so he's not too bothered about it. Knocking down some sluggers with his battle cry, who then run. Vanguard veterans, they can't jump again. We have the Rod of Warp Fire for the Sorcerer. What is the damage on that thing? 80 plasma cannon damage from the Warp Fire ability. That's pretty damn good. Gives him good piercing range DPS. You can just put him on range stance and have him sit back and shoot stuff, and he'll do pretty well. Doom bolts flying out as well, of course. Kind of surprised that the Sorcerer doesn't have like an accessory that helps him with energy management, like the Farseer and the Inquisitor have. I guess not all of the heroes need to be the same. 411 to 214. What he needs is to get himself a Chaos Lord friend that has Harness of Rage to give him some energy. Just stick by him. Or maybe, and this will be much rarer, but an Ordo Malleus friend to use Sanctify on him and stuff. I mean, I imagine Sanctify would just hurt a Sorcerer, but the energy may be worth it. Raptors are okay. Maybe. 6 hit points. They are indeed okay. Sorcerer teleports back with the Vestments of the Warp. Can do some good play with Plague Marines when he's got that. So he can teleport himself near a vehicle and then warp the Plague Marines in, solving Plague Marines' big weakness of their terrible mobility. Terminator Force Commander's got an Assault Cannon. Lots of single target piercing DPS. Look at that. 60 DPS. That's like 4, that's more than 4 tactical marines in his arm there. Pretty cool. It's like 2 default Techmarines in his arm. Melter bomb from the assault squad of Pedro. Not enough to take out the looted tank. But Vanguard veterans were there, and I think they just got their power fist. If they had their power fist earlier, they would have got it. Stern Guard with Vengeance Round trying to finish it off. It's barely still going. 28 hit points. Why does it seem to be so slow? Was that the Melter Bomb? All that time, slowing it down. Heretics are trying to repair it. Stern Guard are looking for it. They can't see where it went. Like we can. Techmarine draining energy on hit. And gets plus 10 melee skill and some health. And a melee charge, of course. I really wish the Plasma Pistol did more DPS. They seem so weedy. The Inquisitor's one is the same, like 7 or 8 DPS. Come on now. It's basically just better to have the bolt pistols that do like 15, isn't it even like 17 DPS on some of them? Make those plasma pistols better, damn it. Why did they suck so much? 400 to 190. Plasma pistol should be a scary thing. Nob squad on the way for Wolfguard. Got tons of red. Everyone's tier 3. Looks like Pedro was the last to go. Maybe we'll see a Venerable Dreadnought, eh? Katla's got the red for it. Pedro doesn't quite have the red for it. Desked, I'm sure, looking for Terminators, but needs more red for that. West side turning blue. Big VP lead for that blue team as well. And that's a nasty grenade on these Markov Zinch Chaos Space Marines. And they dodged the warp fire as well. Sorcerer's not happy. Maybe a little bit happy. Getting the VP. Plague Marines are on it. Good old Plague Marines. Good old Plague Marines. Vanguard veterans. Making life very bad for Cady and Kassakin. Didn't drop a model though. Well done, fellas. All the stuff they're lugging around. With their fancy rapid-firing plasma guns. Catachans with a shotgun blast. Here comes the Terminator Force Commander who doesn't care about your shotguns. Power-fisted one to death. Vanguard get the jump. Can they kill another? Oh, they can't. So level 1 Catachans as well. Vanguard almost level 2. Pedro with more assault squad on the way, apparently. They're not taking the Western Wreck Point. People always forget about that Western Wreck Point, damn it. Stormboy jump with a stun on landing. Looted tank is still around. Katla's got a Predator. Gets a bit too close to things, though. Bomber boys. Oh, they just wiped out the scouts, I think. Katla's scouts just wiped with a Bomber boy. They improved rocket backs. Raptors with their suppression on landing, going after the Techmarine of Pedro. There's that demonic strength thing from the... Oh, he goes down, though. The Aspiring Champion thought he was cool, and I thought it was pretty cool, but then he gets shot to death by plasma guns. There's the warp fire. Could have used that earlier. Got some Lightning Claw Chaos Terminators, though. Everyone's terrified, and they're now leaving the fight. Heretics say no. And the Doom Blasters here. Stay here. Are you going to go into base? I bet they could have just gone into base and finished off those fellas there. I think they should have, because the Sorcerer could just warp them out again, right? Or can he not? I always forget how much warp costs. Is it 125 or 150? I think it was worth going in and chopping up some Marines. Tank needs to get away from the Nob squad. Pedro's dropped in a Venerable Dreadnought, though. Oh, in a place with no action, apparently. I'm pretty sure the drop pod still does damage when it lands. It used to be that you could just one-shot the Carnifex by dropping a drop pod on it. Back when Dawn of War 2 first released. All the way back in 2009. Just one-shot a Carnifex with one of them. Looted tank needs repairs. Chaos Terminators are doing alright-ish. Maybe Desk needs to get some more plasma rolling out. Katla's Vanguard veterans, they did get away okay. And the Techmarine is here too. And Tank is doing a lot of work. Getting a lot of shots in, you know. Terminator Force Commander gets away. The Stern Guard should be using Vengeance rounds against those Terminators, but against the CSM, Crack and Bolts is the way to go. What are these scouts up to? Looking for a grenade, maybe? There it is, on those CSMs. A good one. Gets a model. Oh, hey. You've got a Stormlord. a Stormlord with Mekboy buffs, with the Cult of Speed active, means that its weapons have lower cooldown and it moves fast, which is a pretty nice upgrade for a Stormlord. You've got that big Vulcan Mega Battle Cannon. You can also get inside of it. You see the back here has been freed up. No need for big power generators, so you can jump inside of it and reinforce off it, I think. But it doesn't have the health regen of a Land Raider or something. Venerable Dreadnought is here for Pedro. Unique to the Techmarine. Big chunk of hit points, going to charge and smack you pretty good for the Emperor. Doesn't have a ranged weapon though, which makes the Venerable Dreadnought sad. Also makes me sad. Been 13 years, give him a bloody las cannon or something. Or a multi-melter at least. Techmarine level 3. Trying to repair some stuff over there. This guy's being tied up. But the Dreadnought helps. Going for the Dark Age of technology. At least they gave him this in Elite Mod. This is an Elite Mod change. And it's very expensive. That's like a luxury purchase. 50 power to get 300 more hit points. I'd probably wait for my Venerable to level up before giving him that. Probably. I mean, don't let the Venerable hear that I said that. 357 to 96. 2 to 1 for red. Got some powerful looking armies here now, the Space Marines. Can Desk get some Terminators though? They can. Why are they not? They can definitely drop Terminators in. Are they waiting for the right spot? They can drop Assault Terminators straight on that Stormlord there. Dob Squad are dealt with. Land Raider Redeemer allows you to retreat back to it, reinforce off it, and it gives you health regen. That was a not. Was that a Doom Bolt? Holy crap. Or was that the Warp Fire? I only saw the end of that. Oh, here we go. That must be Assault Terminators. There it is. Assault Terminators called in by Desk. These guys unique to the Force Commander. I've said it before, but I really love when heroes have unique units for them. Would love to see that on every hero. Don't know if that's possible though. Pretty sure they can add more stuff to the bar, but they just added Gretchens to all of the Orc heroes kind of thing. That the War Boss could get the, what are they called? Mega Knobs. Mega Battle Knobs, something like that. I think it's called Mega Knobs. Like those super armored knob fellas. That'd be fun. I'm here about the fun. Assault Terminators are inside the Land Raider. Kashyyykin. They can't repair, right? Well, they're not repairing now. I'm pretty sure they can't. They should get like a combat engineer unit or something, the guard. I mean, there'd be a lot of overlap with the guardsmen, I suppose, because they already repair really good. 293 to 96, 2 to 1 cap for the red team. Some Havocs on the way for Proton. I say it very often, but it's always a great idea to get some setup teams out late game. It's a great way to recover as well. There's always a contested VP or a VP somewhere to try to lock down with setup teams and stuff, las cannons, all that good stuff. Another tank on the way for Desk for this time. The Nob Squad of Wolfguard are still level 1. They have their Nob Leader and they have Mina and Greener, but they don't have the huge hammers yet. It's got tons of red as well. They might see a rocks popped on the VP or something at some point. Assault Terminator is sticking with their heavy melee thunder hammers for now. Gives them some more versatility because they can go after vehicles with it and more hit points. But if that Nob Squad makes a bunch of trouble, you could see Lightning Claws come out. And then the Nob Squad are in trouble. Assault Squad on the way for Pedro. That's also can be a good late game purchase because it gives you ways to shut down ranged anti-vehicle squads to protect your own vehicles kind of thing. The downside is, of course, they're coming out at level 1 in the madness of a late game 3v3. Sometimes they can just get shot down really quick. Nob Squad having a go at Katla's Predator tank. Oh, tank busters as well chasing. Where's the barrage? There was no barrage. Venerable Dreadnought just leveled up. Is now smacking on Plague Marines. The inspirations on kill, of course. Just take the garrison, fellas, I say. Techmarine could just take the garrison, I think. Do some good work there. One of the tanks went down. Somehow the other one survived. I didn't think any of them were going to get away. Tank busters are retreating as well. Why are they retreating? Was that a misclick? That might have been a misclick. Or maybe they're just afraid of the Vanguard veterans there. Hey, Mr. Mekboy, you going to shoot at a tank? Nope. You're trying to shoot at the Vanguard veterans and he needs to reface. There we go. Can you get at least one shot here? Oh no, did he not get it? I think it went behind that shot blocker. There we go. Might be able to get this tank. Disruption there. And then they go down. Scouts coming out and helping from Pedro. That's nice of them. 205 to 91. So you get a sense of community when there's 3 Space Marine players. They're buffing each other, helping each other out. Plague Marines on the field now for Proton. More Plague Marines, that is. What are these guys? Level 2 still. Venerable Dreadnought. Stomping around. Don't want to get too close to the Stormlord, buddy. Get out of there. Blessing of the Omnissiah from one of the Techmarines is repairing it. Look at Wolfguard's red, by the way. They're capped at 999. And I assume they've been using Frenzy and stuff. Ready for some rocks, that's for sure. Some fast capping Cadian Kasrikins, getting a decap on the VP there. But fast capping Sternguard will take it back. Blue team take the west side, I think. Yes, they do. There's a missile turret up here, by the way. There's a bunch of damage to vehicles. This is why nothing has got close to it yet. Massive fight here. Double cap for blue. Have they done enough? Can they keep the red team off the west side? Nope, it's getting decapped. Predator tank goes down. Tank Buster's got it on rear armor there. Katla's down to the Sternguard veterans. Pedro's Venerable is in trouble. Taking Plague Marine shots from 2 sides now. Oh, and a heavy turret in play. Venerable levels to 3. 24-17. I'm going to be very sad when this thing goes down now. Charging through. Charging into combat. And if it wasn't for the Venerable, maybe the Techmarine wouldn't have got that cap there. Why is he retreating? I don't think he set the Land Raider as retreat point, Pedro. I don't know why that Techmarine retreated there. Down goes the Venerable Dreadnought. But it did some great work for their team. Now the Assault Terminators of Dest trying to get in on this VP action. Kicking off towards the mid though as well. Tons of DPS from that Stormlord. Isn't it 100 DPS Inferno from that Mega Bolter thing? That Vulcan thing. Missile launcher clinging to life with 1 hit point. Vanguard veterans on the field now for Pedro. It's a massive running battle. Sorcerer with Tome of Subjugation now. Can mess with the enemy Terminators and stuff. There's a Rocks. Finally we see one. Got some good hits on that Land Raider. Really good hits. 189 to 55. Tank Busters, you need to move forward, buddy. There he goes. Bull Squander fell over. Terminator Assault Squad need to back off, I guess. Chaos Terminators finish off that turret. Blue team retain the west side for now. Is it time to push the mid? Red team, guys. Terminators in play for Katla, who's getting a revive here. Level 10 Techmarine for Pedro, eh? Katla's going for that central VP, I think. Land Raider having to push forward a bit to make its presence felt, even though it's quite low. Lightning Claw Chaos Terminators having a look, but then teleporting out. 189 to 27. Here's the push on the VP from Katla. Repair Land Raider, says Dest. They got a decap, but here comes a knob spot. They are quite low though, and they didn't fully reinforce. There's an Ava Taste heal from the battery pack. Also have the super tough beam for them, which hasn't been used yet for some. There it is. Gives them 40% damage resist and immunity to knockback and suppression. It's pretty amazing. It's very expensive though as well, so it better be amazing. Techmarine goes down. Super tough beam is over. Vanguard veterans doing some good damage to the Knob Squad, getting rid of them. Mekboy's getting the VP back, and those guys can't jump again right now. They might need to retreat. Katla's going into melee. Got Melter Lord General fellows with his Stormtrooper buddies. Commissar Retinue guy in there as well. Having to jump over them and run. 189 to 27, back to the west side. It's getting decapped by the Terminator Force Commander. There's some subjugated assault Terminators there, but they're back under control of Desk. And they're just hanging out at the moment. Got the decap, and now maybe has to run. Oh, he's alright. He's alright, still got half his hit points. Oh, he still retreated back to the Land Raider anyway. Vanguard veterans jumping in from Desk. Getting on the Sorcerer. They might have to take him out quickly. Oh, he teleports away. Big fight. Down to 21 VPs, the red team holding on. Tank buster barrages from the Orky heavens. They did not hit the Land Raider though. It moved back. They made it move back though at least. Another Venerable in from Katla this time. Gets rid of the Plague Marines pretty quickly, and there's an Orbital. Orbital from Katla maybe, or it could have been Desk. Both very low. It's a decent Orbital, you know. Venerable is now on that Stormlord. It has taken a chunk of damage already. Mekboy sets up. Going to take out that Predator tank. Oh, he's shooting at the Terminators. Wolfguard needs to target their Mekboy here. There we go. Gets the tank down. Another drop pod. Another Venerable Dreadnought. Is it my birthday? 3 Venerables in this game. Awesome. And one of them got to level 3. Can they get the Stormlord? Cult of Speed is on it. 36 hit points. Down it goes. I think the tank of Katla got it. This Venerable got to level 2. He's done an amazing job. Charges out. Almost killed the Mekboy with that charge, maybe. They got him. Plasma gun got him. Hell of a push from the red team. Holy crap. Big push indeed, says Desk. 143 to 21. They got a triple cap. They pushed the mid as well. Well done, Katla. Gets on it with the Stone Guard veterans here. Level 3, guys. And level 4 tax capping the mid up. Down to 2 models though. Need to be careful. Lehman Russ on the field for WarpedSentinel. Desk with a plasma cannon on the way. Land Raider Phobos for Captain Proton. Need repairs. Where's the blessing of Dominus Side Globals? Where's the repairs? Where are the Techmarines? Katla's down. Pedro is busy capping. Should be repairing maybe? Someone else can cap, surely. 99 to 21. Double cap for red. There's a 2 to 1 now. Blue team got their natural back. They still have strong armies. Wolfguard's got his tier 3 Orks roll in with knobs and flash kits now. With those blasters. Very bad news for Space Marines, these blasters. 86-21. Not sure what the reason is for psychic damage doing more versus heavy and super heavy. But it's there. I guess the point is your armor doesn't matter because it's psychic damage kind of thing. Stone Guard with Hellfire rounds loaded. Katla's Techmarine back to his feet. Is the second Venerable of Pedro. The 3rd overall. Another turret going up there. Venerable creating space, taking a bunch of damage as they do it. Vanguard veterans jumping in, helping him out. Uh-oh, Chaos Terminators are hiding in there though. Can't tie up both of the Plague Marines. Assault Terminator is not getting involved back there. Oh, he tried to charge out, but the Venerable did go down. Sorcerer also goes down. Being ignored at the moment by the Lord General. Venerable falls over. There's a Orks. 76 to 21. Some good hits. Land Raider's done so much work, and there's an Imperial Abyss as it backs up from Captain Proton. The Land Raider survives though. There's a Dirge Caster from the Phobos. Assault Terminator is trying to put pressure on. Here comes Katla now with the assist. Frag Assault from the Redeemer. Redeemer needs to back off a bit here, I think. Subjugated Terminators are going after it. Okay, they're back under Desk's control. Venerable is in there. 76 to 21. Smack and smack. Can they get the Phobos down? Red team might have this, you know. The Phobos falls. Blue team still have powerful armies. But they don't have this Land Raider Redeemer here, which is doing huge amounts of work. Chaos Terminator is now in trouble. Can they be warped out, Mr. Proton? They can, unless it's on cooldown. But it doesn't seem like they're going to. An Ultimator getting a shot there and killing them. Get off my Land Raider, says Dest. I think they've got the victory here, you know, the red team. Double Cat. Something got this again. Was it Katla? It was Katla's Marines and stuff, look. Pedro's down to this Vanguard veterans, but it might be enough. These are Katla's Terminators. The the Venerable just went into base. Holy crap. Does go down, but it got level 4. That's awesome. It's keeping Captain Proton occupied, that's for sure. Blue team should maybe just triple the mid right now. Get away from that Land Raider, because that Land Raider is doing huge amounts of work. The Mekboy's on it. Level 7. Getting more flash kits. I expected more knobs to go after the Land Raider, but I guess not. Pedro's trying to repair that Land Raider. Katla's tank goes down. Do they still have tank busters? They still have one tank buster. Red team have it though, I think, with a 2-to-1 here. They got it. The Space Marines held. Somehow. Had a level 6 Sorcerer down. Level 7 Mekboy down. Got that. Well, tried to get that decap. Level 10 Lord General here. Did a lot of shooting, I guess. Well done, buddy. The Techmarine level 10 for Pedro. Huge amounts of damage with the plasma gun. Had that melee Techmarine. Did some good work through the mid Katla at the end, getting those decaps and stuff. And desked solid as ever with a Terminator Force Commander and an amazing Land Raider. And there you have it. What an awesome game. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's get away from that assault cannon, shall we? Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.